When you go. Okay, we are live at Fuller RV and Rental. It's Bob Zagami for NERVDA. We're promoting our Facebook Share Your Love contest, and everybody loves Sherry Fuller and Fuller RVs because this is where they come to rent them. So, Sherry, you got a couple of new units coming in, but let's talk first about how you want to promote this to all your fans. So you want to tell everybody on your fan list to vote for you in our contest, and the dealer that gets the most votes gets a pizza prize, a pizza lunch. And then the winner gets a $100 gift certificate, which they can use towards one of your rentals. So we got to get you some votes out there. And I brought you some little love from NERVDA, which are Hershey snacks.
Thank you very
so
much.
If you're lucky, maybe you can eat them all before Bobby comes back. So a couple of things. We got the contest. We got the Springfield show coming up, and you got some new units coming in. So take your pick. What would you like to talk about?
Okay, well, we've got a little of both. We have, we basically have the units that we've got, brand new. They're 2019s. 3 different short walk-around queen beds. Okay, they will sleep up to 6. We're figuring out the rental rates on those because, as I said, we just got them in. Pictures are online on our website. And I will be at the Springfield show just with my booth, like usual, in the Better Living building. And I'll be there for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And we'll have all the pricing with us. But we do have a new trailer that we have on the fleet also, the vintage trailer that we picked up back in September, drove it home from the open house. So we have 4 brand new units already to start the season off with, and the rest of them should be in by, I believe, the beginning of April too. So it won't be bad.
Well, you know, the vintage trailers are kind of unique, and for people who don't understand what's happening out there, but we have a lot of new manufacturers building new vintage trailers, but building them like they were 40, 50, 30 years ago in that style, but with all the modern amenities. So it's very popular from the sales side. So are you expecting to see a lot of activity on the rental side?
When we brought it home back in September, we had a lot of people stopping by because we parked it right out front. So we had it on display, had everything, had the grill hooked up, had the TV outside, TV inside, and had the Murphy bed done, which is kind of unique. People really like that idea because they have the sofa and the bed. So it really makes a nice combination. But we had a lot of people stop by, a lot of people still inquiring over the winter. So it's going to be interesting to see how the season's going to take off with it.
Yeah. Now, we just did the Boston Globe travel show this weekend. Of course, we were promoting all of our NERVDA dealers that do rentals. And I was surprised at the amount of interest and the amount of people that really hadn't checked out RV rentals. Some didn't even know that you could rent them. And a lot of interest in the smaller units, smaller trailers and motorhomes. What are you seeing in your clients this year as far as their rental requests?
A lot of them, well, so far, the ones that came in through the winter so far have been a lot of Class B people. They want the small, easy to drive. They think they're easy to drive because they're small. They're intimidated by the Class Cs, but they really shouldn't be. Really, Class Cs aren't any harder to drive than a B. It's the same thing. And it gives you a lot more room. So if you're going to try something, you're better off trying a C. But I mean, we have the Bs too. We have a brand new one coming in. It's going to be a Coachman CrossFit. We're hoping to have that for April vacation. So that'll be a 2019 on the rental fleet to replace our 2007 Vista Cruiser from by Gulfstream. So hopefully we'll be retiring that one and starting up with the new CrossFit and have something nice and new for people to try out. It won't be as cheap as the 2007, but it will be it'll be a beautiful new one with all kinds of options that are on it. So it really is going to put that one to shame.
Well, in talking to you at the various shows, what we've seen, every show this year is breaking attendance records. So we know there are a lot more people out there who want to rent, and they probably don't realize that they have to make their reservations early. There's only so many RVs that are out there to rent, and if they haven't made them already, they should really do that. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we that is the hard part about it is people don't know when to reserve. Last year they started reserving back in January. This year I think they're gearing more towards March till after the season, after the shows are over and they know what they want. I mean, people are starting to come in now and get a feel for the cost that's involved, and then they're making their decisions a little while down the road. Plus, they have to make sure they can get their vacation time because it's too early, and who's going with them, if they're going to be able to go. So I would say probably start getting some solid reservations in by March. Start getting in here, picking the one you want, because as you said, some of them, it's a one of a kind. So if you want it, you got to get in here.
Yep, and it's also, they have to have their campground reservations. We're hearing a lot about, from the campgrounds themselves that they're selling out really early this year. We sold over 500,000 new RVs last year, and if we keep selling 500,000 a year, that's an awful lot of RVs, and we don't see the same kind of growth in campgrounds. So they really have to, this isn't a spur of the moment thing. You have to plan out, like you say, how many people are going, what type of vehicle, where are you going, get your campground reservations. You got to put a lot of work into it.
Exactly. It's just like when you're booking the airfare and you're booking the hotel and you're booking the car and stuff, except instead you're just booking the car and the campground. But you do have to book ahead. We had somebody in the other day, and I said, okay, first, find the campground. Once you find the campground and you're good with it, then come in and pick the one you want. Because I have plenty to pick from. We have 19 different floor plans alone with the new units that we have. And once you get the campground, then book the motorhome, and then you're okay, even early.
Yeah, and you're kind of unique in that you don't just do motorhomes. You've got everything from small trailers. You've got hybrids, you've got toy haulers, so you've got a very wide selection.
Right. We have the travel trailers, we have the regular trailer, we have the small lightweight single axle. Then we get into the regular ones with the dual axles, a little heavier, and then we get into the toy haulers. So pretty much you've got all three categories, and right now we have 14 with 4 on order. One's ready right now, and then there'll be 3 more coming up. So we have a good fleet, and they're all different floor plans again. And we're going through all the rental rates, and we're going to be adjusting them for the season. So starting this weekend in Springfield, we'll have all the new rates out, ready to go for the season.
Okay, now Daytona's this weekend, and I know you always have people coming in to rent for Daytona and the NASCAR races throughout the year, so we're kicking off the NASCAR season. So here again, if you know which race you're going to and you know you're going to be renting a motorhome, you better make your reservation there early.
Exactly. You need to get it early, get your tickets to the race, get your spot there too. So if you're going to, like Pocono, when you can camp inside, or Dover, and Dover is outside, but a lot of those spaces book up fast. You want to get those spaces first, and then get to us and pick your unit, get the right size, get the right floor plan, so that everybody's going to be comfortable. Okay, so there's a lot to think about when you're renting RVs. So I'm at Fuller RV Rentals and Sales here on 140 in Boylston, Mass, just off Route 290. Website and telephone number so they can call you up and make them now. Yep. It's fullerrv.com, and it's 508-869-2905. Okay, thanks for visiting with us, Sherry, and hopefully you guys, all the fans out there, vote for Sherry Fuller and Fuller RVs in our Facebook contest, and go online and let us know what you think. Thanks very much. Thank you.